So, you know the best thing about America? Oh, there's a lot of good things. I like coming here. But there's one thing that is very different here to in England. There's a few things. But I'm talking about Burger King. I'll explain. In England, you go to Burger King and you buy a Coke. The person serving you will get a cup. They'll put Coke in it and they'll give it to you. Here, best country in the world, free refills. I didn't know. I went in yesterday, hello, can I have a Coke please? And they gave me an empty cup. Could I have a bit more than that please? I don't mean to appear greedy. This guy didn't tell me. I didn't know there are people waiting. I'm embarrassed. I'm just standing there. I'm thinking, am I on punt? Ashton Kutcher's here somewhere, isn't he? Eventually he tells me about the free refill, so I picked up the empty cup and I said thank you, tried to walk away. When I said thank you, he said those two magic words you only say in America. And I'm not referring to don't shoot, alright? I said thank you, and he said, you're welcome. Now I know you say that every day, it's part of the language here, it's an automatic response, you don't really think about it, but for me, with my English ears, when someone says, you're welcome, it's really polite. Think about it, you are welcome. That is so polite. And the guy said it to me in Burger King, and I freaked. I went, oh, well thank you. And he said, you're welcome. And I said, am I? And he went, yeah. And I said, thank you. And he said, yeah, well, I just went on for 25 minutes. I thought I've got to say something else or I'm going to be here all day. I said goodbye. And he said something else we don't say in England. Have a nice day. Exactly, madam. Have a nice day. And I nearly said thank you. I thought if I do, he'll say you're welcome, I'll be back where I started. So I didn't. I thought, he said have a nice day, I've got to say something else. So I said, you too. And he said thank you, and I said, you're welcome. And I went to the free, it's the best country in the fucking world, free refills, free! I kept the cup, obviously. Some of you don't understand, I am here for 6 more weeks. I'm not paying for soda. I said, how many free refills can I have? He said, as many as you want. There was no reference to a time limit. In fact, after the show, there's a Burger King a few blocks from here. All of you, come with me. I'll get mine, Gary, I'll pass it to you next. We'll pass it down the line. We'll drink those motherfuckers dry. And let me tell you, everywhere I've ever been, right, this empty cup from Burger King, this is what the homeless, they use when they're begging. Now, have you got the homeless people in Tallahassee? Or do you burn them here? What's the deal? Homeless people? You have? Okay, well I've got a tip for you. Next time you're going where you know you're likely to bump into someone homeless, you know they've got the empty cup. You make sure you've got in your bag or in your pocket, nice can of Coca-Cola. Somebody comes up to you holding out the empty cup. You get out the can of Coca-Cola and you pour them a nice fizzy drink. If they get pissed, you say, hey, if you want money, try holding an empty wallet. You're using the wrong container. And you're sending out a mixed message. Hey, somebody stopped me in England recently, sir. Would you like to support the homeless? Okay. Homeless people, yeah! I mentioned that at the beginning. New York in the house. When you hear that, why is it always a big dog like a greyhound or an Alsatian? Why is it never a yappy dog? I think that would liven up the Deaf Comedy Jam. Chicago in the house. or cats maybe. Is Tallahassee in the house? I can't believe some of you actually did that. Well, I'm coming towards the end of my little bit. If you enjoyed it, I'll be out there like a whore trying to sell a DVD afterwards. I'll be by the door, so you won't be able to avoid me. I'll just be there, and for most of you it'll be quite uncomfortable because you won't want to buy it and you'll be walking past me. You'll want to avoid eye contact. I've been there many times. But if you did enjoy me, you might want to buy a copy. It's only $10. Maybe if you didn't enjoy me, buy a copy anyway and give it to the motherfucker you don't like. Now, different people have different ways of saying goodbye, don't they? Somebody in England recently said to me, we must get together for a drink sometime. Now, I don't actually drink. I don't like alcohol. I like pancakes. But you can't say that at the end of a conversation. I couldn't say to you, if I wanted to see you again, yeah, we must get together for a flapjack sometime. You can't. But sometimes I'm talking to someone I don't like. Sometimes I'm talking to somebody I don't want to see again. And if I'm talking to someone I never want to see again, that's what I say. I say, oh, we must get together for a flapjack sometime. I don't want to see him again. They think I'm a freak. Mission accomplished. Do you like my accent, by the way? Is it very obvious I'm from England? Yeah. By the way, so I checked into my hotel yesterday morning in up the road, and the woman heard my accent. She said, oh, I love your accent. I said, thank you very much. Why is that? It's because you remind me of a lizard. I still don't know why that's funny. So. But I didn't mind that. It's when people come up to me and say, what part of Australia are you from? That's what pisses me off. So, two things to tell you before we finish. I met my hero last year. I was in San Francisco, and somebody I never thought I'd get to meet showed up at the comedy club. Robin Williams, to cut a long story short. I've loved him since I was 5. I love Robin Williams. I never thought being from England I'd meet him, and he showed up at the comedy club. And when I met him, when I went into the dressing room, I just so wanted to be cool. I said, I'm not a cool person. You've watched me for half an hour. I'm a fucking idiot. And I just wanted to keep it together when I met him, so it wasn't embarrassing. And I'm going to do it for you. This was me about a year ago meeting Robin Williams, my hero, in San Francisco. I walked into the dressing room. He's on his own. I'll just do it for you. Robin? Nanu, nanu. He looked at me and he said, we must get together for a flapjack sometime. Well, I'm going to leave you with this. I rented a car in DC to drive everywhere, and I called Dollar Rent a Car, and I didn't know when you call the Dollar Rent a Car you don't get a fucking human being, you get a machine. I couldn't cope with it. You just call up and a voice goes, what city, please? Washington in DC. Washington DC. I think you said Louisville, Kentucky. No, I said Washington DC, that's where I am, that's where I need a car, Washington in DC. What time will you be arriving in Louisville, Kentucky? And what part of Australia are you from? And then I thought, well, maybe it's my accent, maybe he doesn't understand my English accent. So I thought, I'll phone that, I'll try an American accent. So I did, what city, please? Washington DC. Y'all. I think you said San Diego. And then I thought, I've got it. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to call one more time, but this time I'm going to swear, curse, I'm going to talk rubbish. It will confuse the machine, and then they'll have to put a human being on. So I did. I called a third time. What city, please? Stinky ass, stinky fucking wankety ass. And when will they all be arriving in Quincy? Thank you very much, everybody. Take care. Good night. Thank you.